Hey guys, look at what I have. This is a jackfruit. Have you ever had it before? I've only ever had jackfruit once. I actually bought it from Whole Foods. It was a pre-packaged thing. It tasted like fajitas or something. It actually was really good. But I've never actually had my own jackfruit before. So around here, I live in Georgia. I haven't been able to find these, not even at Whole Foods. Well, the other day my friend Brenda posted a picture on Instagram and she said, look what I found jackfruit at Kroger. So I went today and decided that I wanted to try it out for myself. I am gonna try eating it raw, and then I'm probably going to incorporate it into some kind of like dishes or whatever. It actually tasted really good cooked. It was kind of like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like chicken. They say, if you read about it, it says it has the consistency of like pulled pork. So I wanna try this out for myself. If you're not familiar with jackfruits, these are grown in Southeast Asia, India, I believe. This one actually said that it came from Mexico. Now, whether or not this was, I was gonna say raised in Mexico. Whether or not this was grown in Mexico, I don't know. So, but it smells really good. When I put it in the car, my car smelled awesome. And I couldn't wait to get home to crack this open. Now, I did a little bit of reading and it says the green ones you shouldn't eat raw, but I've seen so many people like on Instagram that had green ones like this that they were just eating pieces raw. So we'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna end up with a massive stomach ache. So, a little bit of reading I did on it. It says to wear gloves and to cut it on plastic. And even though I've seen lots of people cut these open without gloves, I'm gonna use gloves because apparently this is like super, super sticky. The one thing I will say about this was not cheap. This guy was $21. That's the most I've ever paid for a piece of fruit. So yeah, let's get started. I have a massive knife. I don't know how hard it's going to be to cut this thing. I'm assuming that I'm gonna have, you know, a little bit of work ahead of me. The skin on this is super thick and it's got like little spikes on it. If you can see there, the texture. It's really super heavy too. I also have two bowls here, one for the seeds and one for the meaty part. Ugh, I don't like saying that word. Now I want to cut this, but I have a problem. I'll show you what my problem is. Do you guys see what my problem is? There is a cat in the way. He's laying right on the plastic. I feel bad, but I'm gonna have to boot him. All right, Gato, come on. Good boy, get. No, that way. Go on. You gotta get off the table. Nope. Get. Come on. Good boy. All right, here we go. Holy cow. This is like cutting into a tire. Wow, this is a chore right here. Ugh. I'm a little bit excited about this. Oh, look at that. It smells amazing. Oh. All right. So then you get in here and you get rid of the seeds. I guess you can do stuff with the seeds. I'll be skipping that. Oh yeah, it's kind of stringy. See there? And then it's got these seeds in it. Whoops. I'm gonna have to make sure I clean those up good because the cat will start playing with them, and in about 6 months I'll find a jackfruit seed underneath the couch. So far, that's what I have, and it smells so good. There is definitely a lot in here. This is gonna be a lot of work. Hopefully, it is worth it. Okay, you guys, I am done. That took a lot of effort. That took me a half an hour. So this is what I have, which I think is a lot. I don't know, I'm not quite sure like what the norm is. So, and then look at this, all these seeds, and then there are a ton on the plastic. And that is the aftermath. Look at that. I'm sure that there's probably a lot in there that I could pick through. So if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I probably won't be able to eat half of that. I'm hoping that I can freeze it. If I can freeze it, then I can save it for later. I'm also hoping that I can make smoothies with it because I'm pretty sure that this combined with pineapple and maybe some mango is gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna check out some recipes on Pinterest and hopefully I can use some of this uncooked. I don't know, I keep reading things like you can't eat it raw. I've seen people eat it raw. I'm not quite sure. All right, so I'm gonna give this a taste. Like I said, I've had it cooked before, but not raw. To me, this is awesome. It doesn't taste like juicy fruit gum. I heard somebody describe it like it tastes like juicy fruit. I can't describe the flavor. I guess it kind of would taste a little bit like juicy fruit gum. I've heard people say it tastes like bubble gum. I don't know, but it's good. Definitely is sweet. It's crunchy. It has a lot of consistency to it. Jackfruit has a lot of vitamins in it, plus it has tons of fiber. If I didn't think I'd get sick, I would eat half of this bowl standing here right now. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna shut the camera off for a little bit, do a little bit of research, maybe find a recipe, see if I can find maybe like a smoothie recipe, and then I'll come back and I'll make something. Okay guys, so I have decided that I'm going to make a smoothie. The reason that I'm making a smoothie, there's actually two. The first reason is because I'm new to jackfruits and I've never cut one before. I did not cut it correctly. I should have done a little bit more research as far as like using it to cook with. So it wasn't cut correctly, which is okay, because I love smoothies. And number two, in my opinion, the fruit is just a little too sweet. It's not supposed to be overly sweet when you cook with it because then it just won't taste right. Especially if you're trying to make tacos or fajitas or something and you have a really sweet piece of fruit, it's not gonna work. So we're gonna do a smoothie. And I'm not following any specific recipe. I'm just gonna do what I do and fingers crossed that it comes out good. I'm gonna use some pineapple juice. This is 100% pineapple juice. And for the ingredients on the back, it says pineapple flesh. I hate that word. But this is from a company called New World Farms and I get this from Sam's Club. And the cat has so kindly broken my cup for my NutriBullet, so I no longer have that. And I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do, and I'm going to put some yogurt in here. I have some fat-free plain yogurt, so I'm gonna put a glob of that in there, or two. The cat loves antagonizing the dog. All right, now I'm just gonna take a bunch of jackfruit, toss it in there. There we go. And then, because I really, really love pineapple, I'm gonna put some pineapple in there, some frozen pineapple. And then I'm gonna take some frozen mango. I just dropped the lid for the yogurt on the floor, right onto my foot. And then I'm going to take a frozen banana. Look what I do, I just take the whole banana and throw it in the freezer. Probably not supposed to do that, but that's what I do. This is gonna be a huge smoothie, can you guys tell? That's all right. But I'm happy that this jackfruit has a lot of fiber in it, so I'm hoping that it'll keep me full for a while. Because I put so much in here, I am gonna add some milk. And I'm just using almond milk. This is unsweetened vanilla. Let's turn this on and see what happens. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of this protein powder. This really makes it more like a milkshake. So, and I'm only gonna do 1 scoop, even though I have so much fruit in here. I don't want it to be too thick. This is the worst blender in the world. Don't ever buy an Oster brand blender. It smells so good. There is a lot of fruit in here. This is really good. Like, really, really, really good. I will leave a list down below of everything that I used, but as you saw, I was just tossing stuff in. So just kind of have fun with your smoothies. That's what I do. I don't really follow any recipes. But anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you for hanging out with me and watching me struggle to cut up that jackfruit. I encourage everybody to try it. It's really super good. If you eat jackfruit and you've made smoothies or you've made things with them before, leave that down below and let me know what you've come up with. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Have a great day, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.